I think it's fair to say that the mood at camp is pretty grim.
Philip was a very essential part of this tribe. I mean, he was a provider, he was a challenge beast, he was helping us win challenges, and it's just unfortunate. And this is going to shatter tribe morale, what happens. So, yeah, I think it's a bit glum, but I mean, you just got to keep marching forward in this game.
Well, that was not what we wanted to happen. Yeah, it kind of just sucks. I mean, like, as a tribe, we were on a roll, and all of a sudden, we just lose a big provider. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but I mean, we just now got to work more as a group. Now we just got to keep, because we don't want our morale to shatter. If we want to win the next challenge, we need to be on our A game. I certainly believe that losing Philip is going to really damage the tribe as a whole.
I think a lot of people will start getting a little bit paranoid with the morale just dropping about the fact that we could be going to tribal soon, and so a lot of strategy will start being brought up, and so all of a sudden we're tossed into a situation whether we wanted to or not, where we having to start to play a bit more aggressively. And it is early, and it was always going to happen that we would have to start playing this game, but you want to try and avoid it for as long as possible. And unfortunately we lost Philip at the challenge, and yeah, I mean, we just have to work forward as a group, but I mean, I don't hold many high hopes for us.
I'm starting to think that me, you, and Tracy aren't the only alliance in this game. Well, yeah, I mean, those two were walking off together. They probably mean they're working together. I mean, the two other people I can't vouch for is Jenna and Matthew. I don't know. Do you think they could be working together? They might be working with someone. Well, they're not working with us. The worst case scenario that those two are working with Brooke and Selena. So I think we've got a few problems if that's the case. But I mean, I think we're now at the point where we need to start playing this game. So what do you think? Do we go and talk to Matthew and Jenna, see if we can write one of them? Which one would you prefer? I don't have a preference. I think most likely Jenna would more want to work with those two girls than us, so possibly Matthew would be a better option. I think we're now being brought into a situation where everyone's going to have to be starting to play this game.
I like to think I'm in a solid position, but if people are going around making alliances, which is they're entitled to do that, then that's bad for me, because I'm only in a 3-person alliance, which in a 7-member tribe is not a majority. I think there's a high chance that Jenna might be working with Brooke and Selena. I don't know that for sure. And there's a chance that Matthew would be working with those 3, which puts me on the bottom. So I need to really go and start talking to more people and try and get a majority together. Otherwise, I'm not going to go deep in this game.
Hey guys, I found the builder kit at Tree Mail. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Oh, what should we do? We could play around with some of the tools, maybe do some work on the shelter as a group. Might fix some morale. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Let's do it. Oh, nice. Dude, careful with that. What the heck are these? What, metal nail bits, I think? These are strange nails. Oh, more tools. Nice, this is going to keep us dry. Going through the shelter kit box, I found something very interesting. I found a clue to the hidden immunity idol, and this is great because idols are power in this game, and I'm only in a 3-person alliance with me, Jenna, and Brooke, and in a 7-person tribe, that's not a majority. It's a start, but it's not a majority, so it means we could be vulnerable if we lose. It's just good to have this precaution. Here goes what I found. What's that? Is that a clue? Yes, it is a clue to the hidden immunity idol. Oh, awesome. Why are you showing us this? Well, we're in an alliance, and I'm showing you guys this because I trust you guys. It shows my loyalty. Respect. So we're going to look for it? I suppose we should. So what does it say? Well, it doesn't actually say anything. It's like a picture. It's a palm tree, and underneath the palm tree there is this log. Like stump more than a log. My bad. But you get the idea. So we're looking for a palm tree with a stump underneath it. I think we should look for it now. Yeah, I have no problem with that. The only problem is that we're on a big island with a bunch of palm trees and a bunch of stumps, so this could take some time. Selena finding the idol is awesome for our alliance. With the devastation that happened at the immunity challenge yesterday, with Philip getting medically evacuated, we're almost stuck in a situation where this game is starting to ramp up to 11. And so me, Jenna, and Selena who with the clue, are now going out to look for the idol, and if we find it, we're in a good place for when this game really starts, gaining some traction. This is going to be difficult. I mean, yeah, we're on a big island. My alliance now has a clue to the hidden immunity idol, which is great because it means we could have some power in this game. However, you also want to be the person to actually find the idol, because then you have it in your possession and you can use it. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm just going to keep it all for myself and get power hungry with it. Well, it might happen, who knows. I don't have the idol yet, but it's like a friendly competition. You want to be the person who gets the idol. Yep, I just have no idea where this could be. I think it's time for a newly formed alliance meeting. Yep, well, could you slow down? You're walking quite fast. I'm usually quite calm under pressure, but for some reason I'm very alert at the moment. With Philip's unfortunate exit, I don't feel very safe, because I know that there's a chance that the 3 girls are working together. And I know that me, Bob, and Tracy are working together, so I feel like there's a competition to who can convince Matthew to work with them. I have a brief relationship with Matthew, but I know that Brooke has a very small relationship with him as well, because on day 4 or 3 or something, we had a conversation together, just as tribe members do. And, Matthew is a very distant guy. He probably, if push comes to shove, I would rather work with the 3 girls and take him out, but that gets us nowhere, because you've just got 3 on 3. So, with one of the alliances are going to have to rope Matthew in. So what's the chat about? Well, at the moment, I think that Jenna, Selena, and Brooke are working together. Yeah, I think so as well. So it's 3 on 3. Matthew in the middle? Yeah, so we need Matthew. That's interesting. I don't really trust Matthew. That's a shame, Tracy, because he's our only option. Yeah, I know that. I'm willing to work with him, but I mean, can we is there an option that 3 of us work with the 3 girls and we just take them out? I mean, it's plausible, but what does that achieve? We just go to the next vote, 3v3, and that just ties the vote. It's dangerous. Yeah, no, Bob's right, Tracy, and I don't trust him fully either. I've got a small relationship with him, but we do need him. I'm willing to work with Matthew, but that doesn't mean I trust him any less. There's something about him that I just don't like. I mean, a few days ago, I caught him eating berries by himself. What? He didn't even share it with the tribe or anything like that. He just got that sneaky type of personality. I don't think he's necessarily strategic villain. I mean, he could be strategic, but I mean, he hasn't really done much to provide for the tribe, and having to rely on him feels very nerve-wracking. But I mean, for the good of the alliance, I have to suck up that pride and work with him. It doesn't mean I'm going to work with him long term at all. Like, I don't trust him at all. Well, since you've got a small relationship with him, Jeremy, do you want to go and talk to him? I mean, I can, but if we really want to do this right, I mean, we all kind of have to talk to him. Not all at once, because it seems to probably be a bit overwhelming for him, but, I mean, just like, go up and talk to him. At the end of the day, you'd much rather work in an alliance with people who are social. That's one of the most important things. So we just, like, strengthen the relationship with him? Yeah, I think so. I think it's important that we all go and talk to him at least a few times, because we want him to feel comfortable in our alliance if he is to work with us. The way I see it, if you want to get people to work with you, you have to be nice to them. That's just self-explanatory.
The way I see it, I need to be friends with Matthew. You get in good with him so he'll feel more comfortable and want to work with me. That's the plan. And I think a lot of people would tackle the situation by trying to give him like strategic chat. That can be overwhelming. Like I said, I came into this game and I wanted to play honest and loyal, and I wanted people to like me, and that's how I intend to make my allies. Tracy likes me, Bob likes me, that's why they work with me. And I feel like the more they like me, the more they'll stay loyal to me as well.
There we go. This is nice. I am a little bit cautious with my positioning in the game. I've had small interactions with many people, almost everyone on this tribe, and I feel like I get in goods with everyone, but you know, I'm not in an alliance. No one's asked me to be in an alliance. The closest I got was with Philip, and that ended very badly. You know, so I'm worried that I could be a target. And I'm worried that people caught on to my sneaky nature. So I don't really know what to do. I'm not the greatest with talking to people. I am a lawyer, which is weird because I do talk to new people every day, but you know, this is a different game. You're on an island with like a bunch of other individuals, well, all of which have a good reason to vote you out, so it's quite difficult. Hey. Oh. Hey Brooke, what do you want? I wanted to talk to you. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. What would you like to talk about? Well, I was wondering if you wanted to join an alliance. Yeah, I'm free. Jenna and Selena don't know this, but we need a fourth member. And to me, Matthew just seems like the perfect candidate. I mean, no one's working with him. He's probably desperate for an alliance, so he'd probably jump aboard any bandwagon. And, you know, I think, you know, he could be beneficial to me, Selena, and Jenna's game. I mean, we've got an idol clue. We get an idol, we get Matthew at the same time. All of a sudden, we've got a 4-person alliance and a majority in this tribe, and an idol that we don't have to use. So it's pretty good. So you're in an alliance with some people? Yeah, it's me, Selena, and Jenna. 3 girls, huh? That could be a problem for me. Well, if you look at it like that, then yes, but you're taking it at face value. I mean, I know 3 girls and 1 boy in an alliance means like, oh, final 4 and just vote you out, but that doesn't mean anything, dude. You got to get in goods with us, and then, you know, maybe one of us, like me, like I've had the decency to come and talk to you, which means that I see something in you. Maybe I want to work with you. Suppose that makes sense. I guess yeah, maybe I'm just being a bit paranoid. What do I think of this? I'm gonna go it's absolute BS, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I know she has that literal zero interest in me, personality-wise, because, I mean, she just wants an extra number, maybe give her alliance a majority. Well, yeah, she wants me to give her alliance a majority. I'm fine with it because it means I'm not the target, which is good, so anybody but me, basically the way I'm playing the early stages of this game. Oh yes, this is going to be real good. Where'd you get that from? Oh, Jeremy, I didn't see that. I found it. Didn't bother to tell the tribe. Again, okay, I had the same conversation with Tracy. I don't see how why I'm meant to. Get your own damn food. Who gives a crap about the others? Surely you just like want to give your old pal, Jeremy, a banana as well. Oh, Lord. You're trying to guilt trip me now. Yes, I am. I gotta admit, Jeremy is a fun individual. I mean, he just has like this charm that he's not overly funny, but he's funny at the same time. He's just an easy guy to talk to in general, so it's, I mean, it's just, he's a good guy to have around. Someone needs to learn some banana etiquette. What the hell is banana etiquette? Well, if you go and get a banana, you have to bring me a banana. What about Richard the Tribe? Who gives a crap? Just me. I want the banana. No, I think you can go and get your own banana. Oh, bother. I've never struggled making friends. In fact, it's one of the things I do well. I can get along with anybody. Get along with a rock. Yeah, I can do that. Quite easy. And this is just how, that's what I said. You're just gonna get in goods with Matthew, make him feel comfortable, make him like me, and then maybe you want to join me and stay loyal to me. That's the idea. Hey guys, I found the shelter kit. Oh, awesome. Yeah, maybe we can like try and improve our shelter a little bit. Things are looking up for the tribe at the moment. Although we aren't really happy in which the way the challenge went, we feel nothing but the worst for Philip. The good thing is that we didn't have to vote anybody out, and it looked like we were going to lose that challenge. Does that seem more sturdy to you? Yeah, 100%. The shelter kit is most certainly a big bonus for our tribe. We were most certainly not meant to win this, but unfortunately Philip had to get taken from the game. I feel bad, but at the same time his exit has benefited our tribe. How sad it has been. And you know, we now can have a better shelter than what we've got, which is good. And hopefully with this better shelter we can start performing better in challenges. So have we got any ideas for how we're going to get the vote? Why would you be talking about that right now? I think that Jess sometimes gives herself too much credit. She's been constantly telling me how she is going to be able to save us, how good of a player she is. I don't see that coming out at all. She's just said in front of everybody else, oh, how are we going to get the numbers? So people now all of a sudden, those two are scheming. And that's just, I don't know, like there's times when you don't talk about strategy, and right now is the time. If you're going to talk strategy with me, at least come out into the jungle. Why does it matter? They all know we're on the bottom anyway, so what difference does it make if we talk strategy in front of them? They don't need to know this though. It's between you and me. We don't have to go talking about what our plans are and stuff. Alright, well, I do have some plans. Alright, well then tell me. I think Deborah needs to just chill out just a little bit. See, I know that might not be the smartest decision to talk in front of everybody, but who cares? They all know we're on the bottom anyway. And so what difference does it make if I talk about strategy in front of everyone? It just creates a little bit of chaos, makes people question stuff, and you know, makes things uncertain. And to be honest, that's how I believe that me and Deborah are going to get off the bottom, if me and her cause some chaos. Well, the way I see it, it's going to be hard pressed to get any of those guys to flip, especially Jordan, Caleb and Victoria, which is why we have to target Bruce and Kate. But the thing about Bruce is Bruce got saved by Jordan, Caleb and Victoria, so he's least likely going to flip because he's so loyal to them. Yeah, he's loyal to them, but there's a reason he doesn't know, is that they're possible. We can just need to convince him that they're using them completely for numbers, and we'll have his best interests at heart. I mean, and Kate, I think she's the most on the fence in our alliance. We need to do something here. Yeah, I understand, but I don't know if Bruce is the best option. I think we need to try and find the crack in between Jordan, Caleb and Victoria, because, you know, they're free people, but they're also all unique. They'll have different thought processes. Well, then we've got to ask around and see if we can find that crack. Otherwise, we will have to talk to Bruce and Kate. I don't know if Jess 100% understands the situation. I do respect her ability to try. Look, I understand it's hard. We're on the bottom, we're scrambling. You know, maybe Kate and Bruce is the best option. However, I just don't see Bruce flipping at all. It just doesn't seem realistic. He's not an arsehole. He's not going to turn on the people who saved him. I reckon you have a better chance at finding the smallest crack in between Jordan, Caleb, and Victoria and exploiting that crack so one of them flips. Kate, I think, we have the highest chance of flipping back onto our side because we already have a small connection with her. Well, guys, do we have a name yet? I mean, I suppose like what we talked about last time, it's either the battle of the physical or the strategic. Personally, I'd rather go strategic. I mean, Deborah is very smart, but she's not the strongest person in the tribe. And I just think taking her out makes more sense and keeping Jess to try and win challenges. Yeah, I know, I relate to Bruce here, but I think taking out a physical threat early is not a bad option. Yeah, it's good that we're talking about it, but we really don't need to be fully strategizing about it now. We haven't lost yet, and I have a good feeling that we're about to hit a winning streak. At the moment, I still believe that the strategy talk needs to be, minimalized. At the moment, there's 2 people my alliance could vote for, but we haven't lost yet, and there's just no, if we're all 5 of us are going to stick together on a simple vote, then we just no need to really talk about it. Obviously, I'm cautious because I'm 100% sure that Deborah and Jess know about what's going on because they were talking about it and we were fixing the shelter. And so, I mean, they're just not going to sit down and take it. Otherwise, what's the point of even playing the game? So we're going to be a little bit cautious. I'm just a little bit cautious about what? Well, I heard Jess and Deborah, they obviously know that they're on the bottom. When did you hear this? At the shelter, they would, Jess was just, for some reason, out loud, oh, what are we going to do to get off the bottom? So, it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I'd say so. What's the concern though? Because we've got a 5. That's the thing, I'm not sure how strong our 5 is. I think we've got a strong 4. I'm not sure about Kate. And if Kate, doesn't go with us, Victoria's close with her, so maybe Victoria will not go with us either. And I wouldn't blame her if she did. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But how are you sure? Well, me and you were there when Victoria told us that, she wasn't 100% sure on Kate. Yeah, I remember that. Maybe we just need to keep our eyes peeled. Jordan speaks very rationally all the time, and it's good to have someone like that around. I think it's easy to get in front of the game, just get too confident, and you just need that extra person there saying, yeah, but there's always a what if, there's never an easy vote in this game, and that's what Jordan does. He's rational, he thinks all the time, not strategy, he just thinks of how he's going to act in a certain situation, and he knows we need to be careful, and I like that. He's keeping the group from getting too confident, which could be bad going deep in the game. So, what do you think? Well, I've told you what I thought. I want to work with them. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not against them. They're quite big threats. Can you just stop? Stop what? You're thinking way too far ahead. Jordan's saying we don't need to be worrying about who we're voting out because we haven't lost yet. He's thinking in the now. You're thinking several days in advance. Look, of course I agree with you. At some point, maybe we need to consider jumping ship, but now's not the time to think about that because we're not there yet. We're still very early on in the game, and it's making you look like an untrustworthy player, and then people might want to vote you out. It's very interesting that. Victoria very subtly opened my eyes to something. I might not be playing as solid as I originally thought, Maybe she's right. Maybe because I've been going around, I've been telling her, I don't know, in the future we need to jump ship and I trust these guys long term. That's not bad to be thinking about. It's just maybe I'm thinking too far ahead that it's making me look untrustworthy. And maybe she's right. Maybe I just need to tone back a bit. Listen to what people like Jordan and Caleb has to say. I do want to eventually jump ship, but maybe now's not the time to think about it. I need to get to that point first, and being too aggressive means I'm not going to get there. So she's right. I need to tone myself down a bit. Well, thank you. I mean, I just needed to probably hear that. Yeah, just tone it down a bit. Yeah, I will. I mean, I don't want to be targeted for being untrustworthy. I don't want to be perceived that way. I'm a bit excited to be here. That's fair enough. But I mean, it's still with me in the back of my mind. Yeah, I understand. Like, I like working with those two and Bruce, but you're right. At some point, they're going to be a bit too big for their bridges, and we need to probably take them out. But at the moment, let's just work with them. I understand why you think we need to take them out, but I mean, there's no really need to be thinking about that right now. We've just started. Yeah, fair enough. I'm glad Kate's starting to see that she was probably being a bit of a loose cannon. I like Jordan and Caleb, but she's arguably my best friend out here at the moment, and I don't want to be the one to go up to Jordan and Caleb and say, yeah, we just need to cut her. She's too dangerous. I understand where she's trying to come from. I'm pretty sure Jordan and Caleb, they're already showing signs that they're going to be very rational, strong, strategic players. It could be dangerous. I understand that she might not trust them working forward, but we're 7 days into this game. We haven't lost an immunity challenge in State 3. We've already had a big blind side. There's no need to be jumping up and down, running around Ireland, trying to make some big things happen. We're just not there yet. Hey, oh yeah, what is it? I found some things out. Oh neat, what were they? So, now things are looking up for me and Deborah because I was able to find the little crack that we were looking for. It turns out Kate and Victoria might not be as loyal to Jordan and Caleb as we originally theorized, so that gives me and Deborah the opportunity to weasel our way into that crack and make it bigger. So Kate has been talking aggressive play by saying, oh yes, they want to work with Jordan and Caleb, but eventually they want to jump ship. And Victoria's like, let's not think like that right now, but it will happen eventually. So they're working with them for now and then long term, not really. Yeah, so that's a small crack and we just need to exploit that. Agreed. Right, this is perfect so far. Everything's worked according to plan. So, I'm not going to say that we're going to get this vote right if we are to lose. We're not going to be able to flip the people we need to make a majority. But it's a step in the right direction. We've got our crack and now we just need to exploit it. Secondly though, it's been Jess who's been going around doing all these things, so if things go badly, hopefully she has the bigger target on her back and she takes the bullet and not me. Because at the same time, I want to make this move and I want her to stay, but I value myself in this game more than her. Come on in, guys. Are you ready to get to your third immunity challenge? Yeah, hell yeah. Let's do this. Okay, for today's challenge, 2 members of each tribe will compete up against each other, 1-on-1. They will use their baton to knock the other team member off the platform. First tribe to 4 points wins immunity safe from the vote. Losers trouble counts where somebody will be the third person voted out of this game. Alright, I'll give you guys a moment to strategize and we'll get started. Alright, first up for Miyako tribe we have Deborah, and for Kudaka we have Tracy. Survivors ready? Go! Both contestants collide in the middle. Deborah seems to be pushing Tracy back. Deborah going in for the kill shot. And Deborah knocks Tracy off, winning the first point for Miyako tribe.
Next up for Miyako we have Jordan, and for Kudaka we have Jeremy. Survivors ready? Go! Jordan meets Jeremy in the middle. Jordan quickly gets Jeremy off his feet. And Jordan knocks Jeremy off, scoring the second point for Miyako.
Next up we have Jess for Miyako and Selena for Kudaka. Survivors ready? Go! Both of them meet in the middle. Selena looks like she might be trying to get the upper hand. Selena pushing Jess off. Jess trying to fight back. Selena gets the upper hand over Jess though. Selena looking to push Jess off. Selena pushes Jess off. Selena earns the first point for Kudaka. Miyako lead 2-1. Next up we have Matthew versus Bruce. Survivors ready? Go! Both of them meet in the middle, but Bruce seems to have the upper hand. Matthew tries fighting back. Oh, Bruce puts on a big hit. Bruce pushes Matthew off, meaning Bruce wins the third point for Miyako. They need 1 point to win. Next up we have Victoria versus Brooke. Survivors ready? Go! Big collision in the middle. They're battling for the upper hand. Starting to go around in circles here. Brooke trying to get the upper hand. Brooke manages to get Victoria off her feet. Brooke is trying to push Victoria off. And she does it. Brooke pushes Victoria off, winning the second point for Kudaka. Miyako lead 3-2. Next up we have Caleb for Miyako and Joe for Kudaka. Survivors ready? Go! Oh, big contact in the middle. Both men tussling for the lead. Both of them working hard. Joe might have the upper hand. Joe going for Hail Mary. Oh, Caleb puts on a big shot and tosses Joe off his feet. Caleb knocks Joe off, meaning Caleb wins the fourth and final point for Miyako. Miyako tribe wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Yes! Heck yeah, everyone. Well done. Damn it. Unlucky guys, we tried. Well. Miyako tribe. Congratulations on winning immunity. No one going home from your tribe. You guys can head off, enjoy the night off. I'm very pleased with our victory today. You know, after losing the first challenge and looking like we're going to lose the second one again, we kind of pulled our own weight today and we won by quite a bit, so it's good momentum moving forward. Well, Kudaka, unfortunately got nothing else for you guys, but a date with me at Tribal Council Assembly will be the third person voted out of this game. Grab your stuff and back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result we were hoping for. Turns out losing a player like Philip does a lot to your team. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the job done today, and we're going to have to vote the third person out of this game, which is unfortunate. Hard luck, everyone. We tried. Look, well, we were down Philip, so, I mean, if you told me that this tribe had lost somebody like Philip in the medical evacuation, I wouldn't have believed you. We showed great morale today. I agree with Jeremy. Let's not let this loss destroy us. Unfortunately, tonight we have to go to Tribal Council. Me, Jeremy, and Tracy have a plan, and it's to get Matthew on board and take out one of the girls. But I can guarantee you, because there hasn't been lots of strategy being done around the camp, this is going to be a bit of a scramble and messy period. So I mean, you're just gonna stay calm and hopefully everything goes according to plan, even though it probably won't happen. So, do we have a plan? Yeah, who are we taking out? Personally, I'm feeling Jenna, because I think out of those three girls, she's the weakest. And I think Matthew would probably be obliged to that. Agreed, but I mean, if we really want Matthew to work with us, maybe we should get his input on this as well, so we don't just go up to him and say, this is what we're doing. Yeah, I think that could be smart. My alliance is looking to do Jenna tonight, but we want to get Matthew's input on it. This is because Matthew kind of is the swing vote tonight. We presume that those three girls are working together and they'll probably want Matthew on their side as well. And so we need to try and convince him. So the best thing to do is to really do what Matthew wants to do, and that way we can get him on board. Just guys, don't forget to talk to him, otherwise you'll feel overwhelmed. Yeah, you know it, we'll do that. Tonight there's a lot riding on how we get Matthew to work with us. The way our alliance is going about it, the way Jeremy has told us to do it, is that we need to make sure he feels comfortable around us, as if we need him to feel like we're loyal to him. And I agree with that. I think it's the best way to do it. Where I think the girls, we don't know what they're going to do, but if the girls go about it, trying to be overly strategic, I think at the end of the day he'll probably side with us, and that's a really good thing. You can't get too confident though. Well, girls, are we ready? Yeah, so who are we voting for? Well, I'm fine with whatever. I personally want to keep Jeremy though, because I think he brings great morale. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Tracy's the weakest on that slide, but I don't mind Tracy. Yeah, let's not count out Joe. I mean, he's strong, but he also had that big outburst on day one, and that could be troublesome going forward. Regardless on who we pick, we need to make sure that we're in goods with Matthew, because he's the person we need to flip onto our side. Yeah, has anyone had any conversations with him? I've had a few, and I think he's on board to work with us. I mean, it's as good as someone in the middle is, but we also got to imagine that those three, as in Jeremy, Joe, and Tracy, will see the same thing. They'll probably want to be trying to get him on board as well. So we'll just do a better job at convincing him. We need to make sure that he understands that working with us is the best. There is a lot going on tonight, but when I say a lot, it's simple but complicated. Whatever happens tonight rests upon the shoulders of one man, and that is Matthew. If he decides that he wants to work with us and take out Tracy or Joe, then, that puts us in a good position, but he could go with the other side, and then one of us goes out, so there's a lot going on. We could try and find the idol again, cover our own bases in case he doesn't work with us. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Alright, well, you two go and look for the idol. I suppose I should go and talk to Matthew. Alright, good idea. At the moment, me, Selena, and Brooke have a very solid plan going. Me and Selena are to look for the idol in case things go south, and Brooke is to try and rope Matthew into our alliance. If it does work, then hopefully we can put votes on either Tracy or Joe. If it doesn't, then hopefully me and Selena can find an idol to, as a precaution. But it's kind of hard, but we have our bulletproof vest if we can find the idol. Oh, hey Matthew. Hey Jeremy, what's up? Nothing much, obviously a bit of a scramble going around. What have you heard? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Interesting, because I do have something. Yes. Look, I'm starting to trust you. I've had a few conversations with you, and I think I can trust you. So, me, Tracy, and Joe are in an alliance, and we want to bring you into it. We're planning to take out Jenna. Why's that? Well, we see it as that those three girls are working together, and if you join our alliance, well, Jenna's just the weakest member on the outs, Very interesting. Yeah, I'll consider it. Jeremy now opens up a can of worms for me. So, I was approached by Brooke before the challenge to say, hey, come on, join our side. And I said I'll consider it. Jeremy, who I am fond of, also has proposed the same thing. They're not in the same alliance, I already knew that. And so now I'm torn between two sides. So it puts me in the middle,
It makes me very interested now. I'm in a very powerful position and I'm liking it.
So are you with us? Yeah, I'm with you, I think. But you're like 100% with us, right? Yes, 100%. Awesome. Just shake on it. So things are very good at the moment.
Matthew is 100% with us. That means we've got a very good vote going on. I think we've got the majority now. And so we should be able to take out Jenna at Tribal Council tonight. So, I mean, I'm still a little bit cautious, but you know, I'm feeling pretty damn confident at the moment. I think we've got the numbers. Oh, so this is our new meeting place. Hey Brooke, what's up? Nothing much, can I talk to you? Sure. I talked to you about the alliance. Yes, you did. What do you think? Like I said, I'll consider it. You know who you guys are voting for? So we decided between Joe and Tracy. Huh. Who do you prefer? Well, I preferably I think we want to go with Tracy because she's weaker, but I mean we can see the positives of both. I prefer Tracy though as well. She kind of annoys me. Alright, well that's cool. I'm feeling confident, but I mean I don't want to get too confident. Tonight my allies are voting for Tracy. And if Matthew jumps on board, Tracy goes, and we've got the majority moving forward. So it's pretty confident. I'm very confident at the moment. But I mean, you can't get too confident because this game can, you know, do basically a 90-degree turn quite quickly, and you're up shit's creek without a paddle all of a sudden. And we don't want to be doing that. I'll just go tell my allies. Alright, you do that. I have so much power tonight. I have a few options at the moment. I can either go with Jenna. I mean, I personally prefer Jenna out of the options, but you know, I like working with Jeremy a little bit. But she is a bit of a weak person for the tribe, and I'm not sure how much I trust her. On the other end, I could vote for Tracy. Now the thing about Tracy is I just don't like her. I think she's annoying, and I say that because of the cherry incident. That I'm still not over that. But she's also one of the weakest members of the tribe. And, you know, I think that girls' alliance, you know, I feel like I could fit better with that group. So I've got Jeremy on one hand, and I've got the girls on the other hand. And I like the girls because I think they work better as a group. Whereas I really don't want to have to work with Tracy. However, I do want to work with Jeremy. And I think me and Jeremy could be a good duo. So I'm not sure what's going on tonight. Behind each of you is a torch. Grab a torch, step it in the flames, and get fire. This is part of the ritual here at Tribal Council, because in this game, fire represents your life, and when your fire's out, so are you. Alright, welcome, Miyoko Tribe, to your first Tribal Council. First things first, Jeremy. Okay, let's talk about what happened on day 6 with Philip.
God, to be honest, Chef, I don't really want to. I mean, look. Our tribe was much more stronger mentally, physically with him here. And since he left, I mean, just look at it. Our result today was not impressive at all. And I think that was down to him and his premature exit. Silly that. How hard is it losing somebody like Philip this early on in this game to circumstances where you guys had no say in it? Look, I think it's hard because, like Jeremy said, Philip was really valuable member of the tribe, and him going out that early definitely hurt us. But you know, we just gotta keep moving forward. We have to vote somebody out tonight, and hopefully this decision, you know, allows us to win the next challenge. Brooke, is it that easy? You know, you just want to win the next challenge, so why not vote out the weakest person to balance out what was lost with Philip? I'd say so, but I'd also say that there's no one here that's necessarily strong either, so there could be a reason that all of us go home tonight, because we could all be weak in the eyes of some people. Joe, do you think you're one of the stronger members on the tribe? Jeff, I do believe I am. So I ask, do you think there's a expectation for you to deliver in Philip's place? Yes and no. I don't think I solely should be the one to step up. I think we all need to step up just a little bit more. And I don't think we did it today, and I think that was our problem. That's why we're having to vote something out tonight. So yes, I do believe I need to step up, but I don't believe I'm the only person to step up. Matthew, there's a lot of conversation about Philip and trying to vote out the weakest member of the tribe. Do you agree with that scenario tonight? Jeff, no, I don't. I think tonight, yes, the weak player will be going home, but I believe it's for reasons for alliances more than for the tribe's benefit. So Selena, Matthew just came out with something very different to what you guys had all been talking about. What does that say? It says that tonight's tribal is going to be a little bit more interesting. I think there is alliances going on, but we haven't really been a tribe that's had to strategize a lot. So there was a bit of scrambling to go around. So I think, yes, simply vote out the weakest member. Well, enough said, it is time to vote. Matthew, you'll start us off. Tracy, I'm sorry for you, but tonight I'm voting you out because it's just the way that tribe alliance have formed. I'm sorry, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity gun and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Tracy. That's one vote, Tracy. Second vote, Jenna. We are tied. One vote Jenna, one vote Tracy. 5 votes left. Third vote, Tracy. That's 2 votes Tracy, 1 vote Jenna. Fourth vote, Jenna. We are tied again. 2 votes Jenna, 2 votes Tracy. Fifth vote, Jenna. That's 3 votes Jenna. Sixth vote, Tracy. We're tied again. 3 votes Jenna, 3 votes Tracy. The 7th and final vote, and the third person voted out of Survivor Okinawa Islands, Tracy. What? What the heck? No way. Tracy, that's 4, that's enough for tonight. I need you to bring me your torch. Tracy, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, you came to tribal council for the first time and there was a big blindside. Grab your torches about to camp. Good night. I feel like I've got completely screwed over and betrayed because going into tribal I felt confident because Jeremy said that Matthew was 100% with us, and lo and behold he definitely was not, because I wouldn't be sitting here if he was. So I'm feeling annoyed. I felt like I had a good chance in this game because I was smart. I wasn't the strongest person in the world, to be fair, but
I had a good alliance going. We were playing graciously. And I just get screwed over by a liar, and I mean, I just don't understand